Who is Jeremy Corbyn? Who is his wife? When is he on Gogglebox and what's his constituency? Under Jeremy Corbyn's leadership, the Labour Party have managed to topple some Conservative strongholds in the last general election. He was recently slammed for his appearance at the Hardline Men group. Here's the lowdown on the controversial Labour leader. Born in Chippenham, Wilts, in 1949, Corbyn is the youngest of 3 sons. After school, he worked briefly at a local newspaper before, at the age of 19, he went to Jamaica for 2 years to volunteer. Corbyn was first elected in 1983 as the Labour MP for Islington North. According to his website, Corbyn says, "I remain every bit as determined to fight for a better society today, as I was then. Prioritizing the needs of the poor and protecting human rights is what I do best, be it at home or abroad, and I've been honored to represent the people of Islington North and take their concerns and needs to Parliament." After years of being a backbench MP and following Labour's defeat in the general election in May 2015, Corbyn announced he was standing as a candidate as party leader. Jeremy Corbyn has been married 3 times. His third wife, Laura Alvarez, is an ex-banker who is 20 years younger than him. She met Jeremy Corbyn after flying from her native Mexico to be with her sister, Marcella, who had been living in London with her daughter. Corbyn had been helping Marcella with a custody battle, and through doing this he met Alvarez. At this point the Labour leader was single after divorcing his previous and second wife, Chilean exile Claudia Brackeda, in 1999. After Alvarez flew back to Mexico, the pair conducted a long-distance relationship. Not even their 20 years age gap could come between them. In 2012 they married in the South American country. When she moved to London, where she moved into a £1 million home in Islington with Corbyn, she scrapped her career in the financial industry and became an importer of fair trade coffee beans. Jeremy Corbyn spent most of his 30-year career as an MP as an obscure backbencher. But in a remarkable turn of events, the bearded throwback lefty with a loud hailer was propelled from the political fringe to leading the UK's main opposition party. Ed Miliband, who lost the general election against the odds in 2015, decided to open up future leadership contests to the public for a £3 fee. But instead of drawing in a wide spectrum of society, the opportunity to vote was seized by a hard-left faction which later became known as Momentum. And so with their support the crumpled maverick won the votes. Corbyn's lo-fi style, in contrast to other polished politicians, also won him support from young people looking for a no-frills socialist leader. His leadership was then challenged in 2016 after his lackluster support for the Remain camp in the Brexit vote. After a no-confidence vote was supported by 172 Labour MPs to 40 against, a leadership battle began between Corbyn and Welsh MP Owen Smith. But after Momentum marshalled support for him, Corbyn actually increased his leadership from 59.5% to 61.8%. Jeremy Corbyn and Labour have increased their number of seats by 31 to 261 after being written off by most observers when Theresa May called the snap election. Most expected the Prime Minister's big gamble to pay out handsomely with a massive Commons majority for the Tories. After dire local election results for the opposition at the beginning of the campaign, those predictions appeared to be ringing true. But Labour's turnaround came in a dramatic week in which the party's draft manifesto was leaked to the press, then the actual manifesto was released. All of this culminated in Mrs May's disastrous launch of the Tories' policy programme. The public appeared to warm to popular Labour policies. This included nationalising key industries, spending more on the NHS and education, abolishing university tuition fees, and taxing the top 5% of earners and big corporations to pay for it. But Mr Corbyn still appeared to be lagging behind Mrs May on a key question of who voters thought was the best leader, until the PM made plans for a so-called dementia tax central to her manifesto pitch, before U-turning on the policy. This special celebrity edition of the show will be on November 3, 2017 at 9 p.m. on Channel 4, tonight. It is being shown as part of the lineup for Stand Up to Cancer. It goes up against Have I Got News for You on BBC One and Bear's Mission with Rob Brydon on ITV. If you miss it, you can catch up on all four.